In this video, I'm going to show you how I unintentionally recomped my physique. Now what recomping is when you are fixing up your body composition such that you are reducing the body fat percentage while still gaining muscle. And as you can see in the two photos above, those photos were me from 2024. I looked horrible, I looked chubby as hell. And the three photos below were me taken recently. So a lot of the stuff that I'm going to show you, I've only implemented them last year. So realistically, you can achieve this sort of transformation from this chubby guy to a more lean physique in a few months if you really tune in on the things that I'm going to show you. And yeah, you could argue that it's lighting and all that stuff that makes me look better in the photos below, but I believe I've gotten more lean. I mean, you can see I've gotten rid of a lot of the love handles. I just think I look a lot better, So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing is to play sports, okay? The reason you want to play sports is because it's going to be more enjoyable given that you find a sport that you genuinely enjoy playing. A lot of the advice you see online is people telling you, oh, you need to do what is it, type 2 cardio or something, where you are doing a moderate level of cardio over a long period of time. That can get really boring if you are simply going to the gym and hitting the treadmill, max incline, whatever. And also doing stairs masters. How do I know this? Because I've been a victim to it. I thought that if I just force myself, discipline myself to get into the gym and do an extra hour of cardio every day or every other day, I will start seeing results in my body fat loss. But what ended up happening is I just got sick of it and it's not sustainable in the long run. And I'm telling you, with your fitness and your weightlifting goals, whatever goal related to fitness, it's all about sustainability. You need to find something that you actually enjoy. And that's the only way that any goal that you want to achieve will work. So please, please, please find a sport that you genuinely enjoy playing. And then, sign up to a club or find an opportunity where you can get out there and just play the sport for an extended amount of time. What I did was around halfway through 2025, I started playing badminton. I got put on by one of my friends. He said, oh yeah, just play badminton, bro, it's really fun. So I was like, yeah, bet. I used to play badminton for a while when I was young, so I was like, why not join this club? And bro, I'm telling you, I enjoyed playing it so much that I ended up playing badminton for 2 hours, 3 hours at a time. And I would do that for 3 sessions a week. So imagine the calories that I was burning throughout those sessions, and just like your cardio health will also get so much better from doing that. So it's just good for you anyway. But the main point here is you need to find a sport that you genuinely enjoy playing, and all this cardio benefit will just come to you because it's like you enjoy doing it, right? So it's like almost impossible not to see these body fat loss results. And another statistic that might sound really crazy to you is any moderate cardio activity will burn about 500 calories an hour. So you could imagine me playing badminton for 2 to 3 hours a session and 3 times a week. Every session I would burn, I wouldn't say 1500 calories because I don't think I was like going that crazy throughout the entire time I was playing. I was playing and then resting and then playing. So I'd say I burned about 800 to 1000 calories an hour. A badminton session. So just imagine how much calories I'm burning and then how much more I can eat while still losing fat. If that doesn't sound crazy to you, I don't know what will. So yeah, just find a sport that you genuinely enjoy playing and sign up to a club, and then yeah, just start playing it. Like you'll burn an extra 7 to 1000 calories a day, easy. You know what I mean? So yeah, just start playing a sport that you genuinely enjoy. And the next thing is to lift weights before you play sports. Now the point of recomping is not just to lose fat, it's to gain muscle while losing fat. Okay, this is the important distinction. If you just lose fat, you end up having that sort of skinny physique where it's like you're lean, right? Like people can tell that you're lean, you have abs or whatever, but then if you don't have the muscles to fill out that frame, you'll just look like a, I don't know what the term for it is, but you just look kind of skinny, and you don't want that. You want to be lean, but also put on a bit of muscle, so you have that frame, right? That V taper that we all love. So when you lift weights, make sure to do so before your cardio activity. This ensures you're at 100% to push your muscles to the limit for the best stimulus. The thing is, if you play sports, and then after you play sports you go and do your weightlifting, you'll find that you're already sort of fatigued, and you can't push yourself as hard as if you were to lift weights beforehand. Just trust me, just try this out and you know what I mean. And studies have also shown that weightlifting before cardio actually does not affect your cardiorespiratory fitness potential. So it doesn't affect your ability to improve your cardio health, and yeah, as a result, it actually doesn't hinder your fat burning potential, because with cardio it's kind of different to weightlifting, where you just keep going, right? Your cardio is, I don't know, it just works different than weight training. Just, I sound like a retard right now, but just trust me and lift weights before you play sport, and you know exactly what I mean by you can still push yourself 100% in your weightlifting sessions, but you can still go to your limit in your sports. You know, when you play sports, your cardio activity will still be at the max potential, and yeah, you just get the best of both worlds if you lift weights beforehand. Another thing is, it is ideal to combine weightlifting and cardio to be on the same day. Now, why is this? In my opinion, speaking from experience, it is better for you to combine different physical activities on the same day and allow yourself to rest for longer before going back into the activity again. Now, what does this mean? If you were to lift weights, let's say on Monday, and then you'll play sports on Tuesday, you won't be as recovered for your next weight session if you plan to do, let's say you lift weight 3 times a week and you also play sports, twice to 3 times a week. You're not going to have enough recovery within your week to lift weights and also play sports, because you're guaranteed to lift weights again a day or 2 days at most after you play sports, given that you're doing them on different days. So it's not really ideal for you to space out your weightlifting and sport sessions to have them on separate days. It is better to lift weights and to play sports on the same day, and then the next day you'll probably feel tired as fuck, but you'll have that day and maybe another day you'll rest, right? And then the day after you'll play sports, you'll lift weights and play sports again, and you'll probably have a better recovery, spacing your recovery out and combining these weightlifting and sports sessions on the same day, than if you were to spread them out and just do a little bit of this, little bit of that every other day. You'll experience better recovery when you combine these physical activities and just have an extended period of rest before you get back into the activity. Okay? So that was the second point. Make sure you lift weights before playing sports and do so on the same day for the best recovery, and just so you can push yourselves harder in the gym. And the third tip I want to show you is to skip breakfast. Okay? You might be thinking, what the freak? I have had breakfast my whole life. It's how I get my energy. Even the doctors have told you, make sure you eat breakfast. You need that energy to start your day. Muscle, protein synthesis, whatever. I'm here to tell you that skipping breakfast has no harm to you. You can actually go and research online. How many times has a doctor told you something and you just blindly listen to them? You don't even research the things that they've told you yourself. You know what I mean? So after this video, go ahead and search up, is it really that bad to skip breakfast, or to do another thing called intermittent fasting, where you only have a small window of eating and you just skip breakfast as well. So I'm here to tell you skipping breakfast is not bad. There's like the harmful effects that people have said when you're skipping a breakfast, you're skipping meals, you're fasting. It's actually not, like, the evidence isn't so clear that it is just, you know, undisputedly harmful to you. So make sure to skip breakfast. And what is my first point? So yeah, when you skip breakfast, your main meals will be lunch and dinner. And what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna be so much harder to exceed your daily maintenance calories. Now, what daily maintenance calories is the amount of calories you would consume every day such that you are maintaining your current weight, right? So when you skip breakfast, your main meals are lunch and dinner, and it will be so much harder for you to exceed your daily maintenance calories because you would only have two meals remaining, right? Realistically, like, speaking from experience, I could just eat as much as I wanted, and then I'd step on the scale again and I would not gain any weight. In fact, I was losing a bit of weight, which seemed crazy to me because when I eat like a motherfucker. I used to eat until I'm full as fuck during those periods of me skipping breakfast, right? So my second point is a hidden benefit of skipping breakfast. When you're skipping breakfast and you're in a fasted state, you will be able to focus so much better. Your cognitive abilities will, like, 10 times your current cognitive ability right now. And the reason for that is one of the most tiring, the most taxing process for the human body is digestion. I mean, there's a reason why food coma exists, right? When you eat, right? When you've had a meal, the process of you digesting is so taxing that you just feel like sleeping after you had a big meal. Like, how many times, let's say you're a student, right? How many times have you had a big meal and you tell yourself, "Oh, I'm gonna get to studying after I have this meal, and I'm full of energy. I'm gonna focus so much better." You'd have the meal and you'd feel slow. You'd feel sluggish. You'd feel lethargic, and all you wanna do is go on your phone, watch YouTube, watch Netflix, or just go to bed and have a nap. How many times has that happened to you? Probably every time after you've had the meal. So I'm telling you, when you're in a fasted state, when you do skip breakfast, you will focus so much better and you just be so much more productive. And there's actually no harm of skipping breakfast. You're fasted and you hit a workout in the gym. That's actually, like, it's not really proven to have any harmful effects. And once you've skipped breakfast, as I've said before, you can eat as much as you want for lunch and dinner, given you prioritize hitting your daily protein. Now, the reason for this is protein is very satiating, right? If you just focus on eating meat and hitting your daily protein, what you'll find is that you actually get already pretty full from hitting your daily protein amount. So let's say your daily protein might be 150 grams, all right, 150 grams of protein. If you just eat beef, that's gonna be about like 700 grams of beef. That's a lot. Like, even if you split those into two different meals, you just eat that much beef, you'd already be pretty full for each meal, right? And once you've hit that amount of protein, think about the carbs and the vegetables that you are gonna eat on top of that, and you'd be already full as fuck. Like, it'll be so hard for you to exceed your daily calories. And also, I'm telling you, make sure to eat clean, because if you don't eat clean, you'll exceed your calories very easily, and you end up going to a bulk instead of a caloric deficit where you are gonna lose weight or stay at the same weight, but you're gonna lose fat, right? And I'm telling you, bro, once you start eating clean, you'll realize that the clean food actually tastes amazing. Like, I love beef and I love rice, I love broccoli especially. I don't know, I just, like, you just start loving the clean foods that you eat. And I want this to be the mindset for you. You need to enjoy doing the habits that are good for you. There's just something with me and the good habits that I know will benefit me, and I just enjoy doing them. I don't feel like dreadful while doing them because I know they're good for me. Like, why wouldn't you enjoy doing something that you know is good for your future? Just think about how stupid it sounds when you're saying that, oh, I probably should, let's say, I should go to the gym, right? It's good for me, but I don't want to because, I don't know, like, because I'm lazy. Like, come on, bro, going to the gym is literally, it's amazing for you. So you should hype yourself up when you're at the gym. You're like, oh yeah, I'm going to the gym. Like, this is good for me. You'll enjoy doing it so much more once you just like start loving the activity. You can literally start loving the activity that is good for you just like that. I'm telling you, just today after you watch this video, just any good habit that you will do, just like, I don't know, gaslight yourself to love it or something, and then you just like end up enjoying the good habit so much more. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but where was I? Skipping breakfast. Yeah, skipping breakfast. Like, when you skip breakfast, just tell yourself it is good for you. It's good for your weight loss journey, your recomposition journey, and you'll just, like, you won't feel as much resistance to just skip breakfast anymore. And another reason why it's going to be so hard to exceed your daily calories is because you've already burnt like 1,000 calories from playing sports. And if you combine that with lifting weights for an hour 30 will burn you another 500 calories. So you ended up having to eat like another 1,500 calories on top of your maintenance to make sure you are even staying at the same weight. So it's gonna be so easy for you to lose weight, to lose fat, and if you prioritize hitting your daily protein, you won't lose any muscle. If not, you'll probably start gaining muscles, right? It's gonna be really hard for you to exceed your calories in general anyways, because on the days that you are training, you're gonna be losing a lot of calories already. You're burning it off, so it's gonna be really hard for you to exceed that calories, even if you're really hungry from doing those activities, from lifting and then doing a bunch of cardio, from running, playing sports. Even if you're really hungry, you've already burned so much calories that it's going to be so hard for you to exceed them. And on your off days, on the days where you recover, you won't have as much of an appetite anyways, because you're not doing as much physical activity. So you're not going to exceed your calories. Just believe me, and skip breakfast, have your two main meals as lunch and dinner, and you are not going to exceed your daily maintenance calories. You start losing fat, you hit your protein, you're going to start gaining muscles, even though you gain muscles at a slower rate. When you're recomping, you will end up looking better anyway, right? I mean, to be honest, I'm the type of guy who would tell you to lean bulk, because bulking is the best way to gain muscle. That's like what I've done to get me to this type of physique today. But I went through a phase of recomping, and I'm telling you, it's like, it actually feels pretty good. Once you shred a bit of fat and you gain a bit of muscle, you end up looking better in a shorter amount of time than if you were to bulk for an extended period of time and then you end up cutting. So I'm telling you, recomp, if you really, really want to recomp, this is like the perfect guide for you to lose fat while still gaining muscles. So yeah, skip breakfast, and then those were the three things that you should do to recomp very successfully, lose weight, gain muscles, and you won't feel as much resistance while doing this compared to the other guys that tell you to do, cardio, get on the treadmill, get on the stairs masters. You don't want to do them, so it won't be sustainable for you in the long run. So in summary, just find an enjoyable sport, one where you genuinely enjoy playing, one where you actually want to play. And then, just go play that sport for like 2-3 times a week. And make sure on the days that you do play sports, you're going to lift weights before you do so. When you lift weights before you play sports, you will make sure that you're at 100% when you are lifting weights, so you are stimulating your muscles to its max potential, so then you can grow as much muscles as you can, while still not hindering your cardio ability at all. And then the third thing is to skip breakfast, because when you skip breakfast, you only have lunch and dinner to fill in your calories, and it's going to be extremely, extremely hard to hit your daily maintenance calories. And given that you also play sports on certain days and lift weights, you're probably gonna burn about 1500 more calories. Don't worry about whether you're gonna exceed your calories or not. When you skip breakfast, play sports, and lift weights, you can just eat as much as you want and you won't gain any weight. I probably said too much this video already, so I'm gonna close it off here. Thank you for watching this guide on how I successfully recomped and how you can recomp your body weight, your physique as well. Please implement these 3 things that I've shown you today. I'm sure you're gonna start seeing results within 3 to 4 months. And if you want a guide on how to start going to the gym and what to do in the gym, please watch my previous video. That's like a full guide to how I've started building muscles and the things that you should do when you start going to the gym and weight lifts and all that stuff. So anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.